All right, so our next film up is The Great Train Robbery, which was made in 1903. Edwin Porter is going to be our director for this movie, and he was actually a very sought after director once this film came out because of how innovative this film was. And again, I know I keep saying the term, but we're watching kind of the evolution of filmmaking and storytelling in cinema happen right before our eyes in these particular movies, and it's happening pretty quickly, right? So this film is 1903. The one we just watched was A Trip to the Moon, 1902, and we're already going to get some more evolved visual storytelling in The Great Train Robbery already, right? Remember when we talked about A Trip to the Moon? We're looking at a camera that's kind of placed like it could be in the back of a theater or something, and we're just watching the stage. This is a much different type of movie, right? Number one, there's multiple storylines that are being told, right? We're actually going to see the train robbery, but we see back at the telegraph room another scene where the robbers are trying to take over that space. We also see another scene where people are trying to inform the authorities that a train's being robbed. So this is the first time ever in cinema history that we see multiple storylines being intercut, happening at the same time, right? Before that, people thought that it would get too confusing for audiences if we showed sequences that were happening at the same time in different locations, but Edwin Porter thought we could get it done, and he made it happen. Also, you're going to see cameras on location and camera movement in this particular movie. So we're going to be out out in the near the train tracks, which is something new, and we're also going to see the camera pan a couple different times throughout the movie, as opposed to just having actors enter stage left or stage right. We're actually going to follow the action, and we're also going to have cameras moving closer to camera and getting further away from camera. So we're actually going to get some different shot size or perspectives on characters because they get a little closer to the camera and we had never seen that before, right? So these are all new elements that are changing. Now, we haven't started cutting to close-ups and medium shots and things like that, but again, we're having the actors move closer and further away from the camera, which is a new thing. And because of all this new innovation, it became the most popular film in the U.S. at the time, and it's actually considered the first Western film in American history as well. And the American Western became a very popular film for many, many, many years, all the way up through the 50s, even getting into the 60s a little bit, right? So it's a very popular genre that began here in 1903. So let's take a look at The Great Train Robbery and look for those cross-cutting scenes, being out on location, camera moves, and all this new kind of cinema grammar that's being used in this picture.